Knowledge is not power at all. If you don't implement what you got to do with the knowledge, you will become that university professor, 20 years or 30 years business teaching, but he has never done business. Lots of gurus, lots of people think hire slow, fire fast. If you hire slow, you will lose them. Business is not like a sweet or chocolate, and customers are not fly to come to chocolate. I don't think so. You don't need to be the largest. You don't need to be the biggest. You need to be unique. Right now, there's a big power of now. Today is the perfect time. Right now is the perfect time. If you say, I will start tomorrow, tomorrow never comes. I am Zaffar Khan. Welcome to Zaffarology. After building multiple businesses, starting as a taxi driver training and scaling into multi-million-dollar success, I have learned the exact frameworks that can make any business a success. If you are a business owner who's tired of the guesswork and wants proven strategies to grow and scale, you are in the right place. Let's turn your vision into thriving business. Hi guys, lots in the business world, lots of gurus, lots of beautiful people, they have different advice. But I'm not a guru, I'm a humble taxi driver, but I'm successful. I have my own point of view. Today I'll be giving you some of my point of views. Everybody says, I think in every single courses you do, business courses, hire slow, fire fast. This statement is wrong. In my opinion, I don't want to enforce my opinion on others. And if you have a different point of view, I respect that. I will not argue or disagree. My point of view is hire fast, fire fast, not hire slow. If you have a nice people you want to bring, if you hire slow, you will lose them. Everybody, nice people, everybody will be having mouth open to grab them. People who have ability and credibility, they are worthy people. Everybody wants them. And I do not agree hire slow and fire fast. I agree hire fast and fire fast. And when you hire fast, simple as that. You tell them what you expect from them, what reporting you need, and get their opinion on that side. Have a face-to-face meeting rather than face-to-face or Zoom or rather than having email exchange of love letters. Just have a face-to-face meeting and say that my expectation is this. And if they agree with that one, they say yes. If that's your expectation, and that's my strength. Your expectation and their strength put together. Remember, in my opinion, hire fast and fire fast. If you have lots of money, even idiots can start the business, I think, the real beauty is if you don't have money, you start a business. There are many ways to do that one. If you have any intellectual, you're an intellectual person, you get the person who is not, who don't have business mind, but they have the money. Put them together. So there are many ways you can do it. I think partnership is one of the best ways I would suggest. There are heaps of people with money, but they have no idea what to do, how to do, what to start, what business is all about. And if you know everything about business and you don't have the money, it's a good match. It's a matchmaking. Get the partner who have the money, and if you know how to do it, put together and you can start the business. I don't agree. If you just build a customer will come itself. No. If customers are not, business is not like a sweet or chocolate, and customers are not fly to come to chocolate. I don't think so. When you build a business, you have to look after the existing clients, respect them, care them, and look after them. If they have any complaint, try to fix them. And when you do that, yes, then customer will come. It's not just an automated thing. You have to look after your existing clients. Remember that, guys. If you got the clients, look after them, love them, look after them, build rapport with them, networking them, build a trust with them. If you build a trust, yes, business will come later on, because when you build a trust, they will become your referrals and they will become your marketing managers. I do not agree if you work hard or you put more hours and you get more success. I don't agree with that one. Haven't you guys have heard quality is better than quantity? What you want to focus on result-oriented tasks. Simple as that. If you do not focus on result-oriented tasks, you will not be expanding. If you spend too many hours on non-result oriented tasks, on operations and so on, business will not expand. You have to spend time, even less hours, but consistently every day on result-oriented tasks. And the first result-oriented task I would suggest is getting money to the business. And the second one is, with that money, get the beautiful people to the business and then delegate. That's the key to success. Not more hours on result-oriented task. I don't agree that you have to be smart to do the business. Business is like a recipe. These days, our children can bake cakes and bake different dishes. They go to the YouTube and see what the recipe is. Business has a recipe. You have just follow recipe. I know one person, his name is Zaffar Khan. He has put 8 pillars of business success, and his website is zaffarkhan.com. Go there and free of charge. He will give you the recipe. Go and follow those recipes and you'll be successful. Once you failed, you become empowered. Once you fail, you gain knowledge. Once you fail, you gain experience. And experience is everything. People who fail, they do not make second time those mistakes. What they say is, do not put your finger in the same hole if you have bitten from first time. There's no point, if snake is there, have bitten you from that finger, why poking your finger second time? No, you knew that there might be snake. So do not make mistakes again. I think once you failed, the more you fail, the more you will be successful. My thinking is this: the more you failed, and you don't have to fail again and again in business. Once you fail and learn lesson and take into account that lesson, and I do not agree people who fail, they cannot be successful. My research says all the people in the whole world who are successful today, they were failed one time or twice in their life, and sometimes many times. Listen, building a business isn't about luck. It's about having the right blueprint. I have spent years scaling many companies into a multi-million-dollar empire, and I have put everything I have learned into my latest book, 8 Pillars of Business Success. It is the exact framework I use to build, grow, and dominate in business. If you want real strategies that actually work, this book is your recipe. Everything you need to grow is one click away. Get your copy now through the link in the show notes. Back to the episode. I don't agree. You need a groundbreaking idea to succeed. I don't agree at all. Whatever the idea is, you have to see what problem you can solve. Human problem. Simple as that. We are living in humanity. We are living in people. They have problems, and you see what problem you can solve, and solve the best way their problem. You don't need to be the largest. You don't need to be the biggest. You need to be unique. You need to be not the largest. You need to be the only one. If you try to be in the crowd, the only one, you'll be successful. There's no perfect time to start. Right now, there's a big power of now. Today is the perfect time. Right now is the perfect time. If you say, I will start tomorrow, tomorrow never comes. Today is the time. Do not procrastinate. Procrastination is a killer, silent killer. You want to wait for the beautiful time to start? No, that's not it. I can tell you one thing, but whatever you start, you get ready to go to the next level. You have an example of that bear, who is hungry bear, who is near the river, and the bear have his mouth open and he's trying to catch fish. And if fish jump, bear catch it immediately because he is ready for the opportunity. On the other side of there is another bear, and he is there. He has opened his mouth, but eyes closed. It means he's not ready for the opportunity. He will stay 3 hours. He will not get any fish. And the other bear, any fish was coming. He was ready for the opportunity. He was eating. All the fish were jumping. He was grabbing fish, eating. And plus he took a few fish with them. So what you need to do is start wherever you are. Get ready for the opportunity. Any opportunity comes, go towards that one. It's like thinking big, but act small, but get ready towards the thinking big side of it. So whatever you do, full focus on small, full consistent focus on small, and try to be successful. And that small leads towards the bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you will become the biggest. I don't think all that is bad for the business. The thing is, if you do buy a property development site, you pay maybe 10%, 12% interest rate on mezzanine funding, but you are making 25%, 18%, 20%, 30%. Not all debt is bad. It depends. Sometimes there are good debts and some there are bad debts. If you get any debt where you expand the business, when you expand the business and profitability comes to you more, it's a good debt. And if you keep, as long as there's the affordability to pay the installments for that debt. Yes, there can be bad debts, there can be good debts, but all debts are not bad debts. Any debt which brings you the more profitability, more money, more opportunity, that is a beautiful debt. Everyone should have that one. Knowledge is power. I heard since I was 2. Knowledge is not power at all. Knowledge has a potential power. Why I can say knowledge is not power, if you don't implement what you got to do with the knowledge, then you will become of that university professor who's teaching for 20 years or 30 years business teaching, but he has never done the business. But he's teaching business all the time. So where is the knowledge power? Knowledge is not power. Knowledge has potential power. Knowledge is a thing to execute. Otherwise, knowledge is a one worst thing to have it if you don't execute. Lots of times you go to some TAFE, some colleges, and you do the apprenticeship. You learn and you practice. You learn and you practice. That is blessing. Knowledge is blessing and power when you execute. One thing I would like to mention is this: knowledge is not power. Knowledge has a potential power. When there's a knowledge become execution, it's beautiful. Another thing I would say, meetings are bullshit if there's no execution plan in there. Another thing I would say, motivation is scam if there's no execution there. So all those things are juicy things and juicy words and juicy ideas. The real thing is the only one: execution, execution, and execution. And if you want to say 2 more things, I would say 2 more things. One is execution. Second thing is full focus on money-making thing. If you say 1 more thing, yes, full focus to bring beautiful people in your organization. If you are successful in these 3 things, you can build not only small building, you can build an empire. Guys, I have given you my opinion, and lots of things the whole world is giving, and we see day and night. I do not agree. Respectfully, I don't agree. I have my own opinion, and I'm successful with my opinion. And see you next time. Thanks for tuning into Zaffarology. If you found value in this episode, the best way to support the show is by leaving a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. For more content, find me on all social media platforms or visit zaffarkhan.com. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep smiling. I'll see you in the next episode.